doctor or a zombie, but he knows a lot about zombies, and he plays video games. You're watching Doctrzombie. He's not a doctor or a zombie, but he knows a lot about zombies, and he plays video games. Get ready, everybody, it's the Doctrzombie Show. You're watching Doctrzombie. He's not a doctor or a zombie, but he knows a lot about zombies, and he plays video games. He knows a lot about zombies. But he knows a lot about zombies, and he plays video games.
I'm gonna have to turn next to that.
Oh god! Ah! Oh, Dusty, no! Oh, no, Dusty.
Okay, so just crouching doesn't.
Didn't work. Oh, I thought I could get past it.
That?
Oh my
How did
god.
you really get through that?
Yeah, we're the only ones surviving.
We were getting eaten and she just ran around.
We leave.
I need to be relieved.
Dusty chest cat.
That was very funny.
I mean, we lost the flashlight, so maybe we could come with that thermonuclear thing.
But he knows a lot about zombies, and he plays video games.
No, there it goes. What the fuck? God, you get sick as a goddamn dog and can't stream for 2 weeks, and the computer just decides to delete all your settings and not work at all. Okay, I hope that level is good and you can hear me and I'm not spiking too high. Fucking awful. I don't know. It was something wrong with Streamlabs, OBS, because the whole computer was working fine. All right, we're back. Sorry. Let me redo the intro. Hello, everybody. We are here on Foxhole. This is the interim war. This is the pre-patch phase, and what we want to do today, starting now, and then hopefully finishing later tonight, is we want to do a tutorial on how to build a facility, how to build and maintain a facility. And I'm finding an area here in Sableport where there is a coal field nearby to a salvage field. I will have to drive back and forth to a refinery down here in Ashtown. There may be a better location, but I think this will do just fine because I don't want to be in anyone's way. There are probably a lot of people who aren't playing right now because it's not a real war. They're like, fuck it, I'm ready, I watched the video or whatever. But we're going to try to teach facilities. So I'm trying to do a tutorial for people for facilities. I've done a tutorial for logistics in the past. People really appreciated it. It worked well for them. So what I need first is a truck. Just a basic truck will be fine. Looks like we've got resource haulers. Is that a bus or an actual truck? I can't tell. I may have to go to the seaport and find out directly. There is a garage nearby here, right? Yeah, down here. There's a fuck ton of people at it, too. And there are some mats in the refinery. Let's... Excuse me. Let's head east. And I'm assuming all technology is already unlocked. If it's not... Oh, it isn't, but it's like rapidly unlocking. Is the tier 2 facilities are unlocked, so I'm guessing that's what we need for the infantry facility. Infantry weapons factory. So let's go to the seaport and see if those vehicles are haulers. One of these things, trucks. So if we have any questions, please ask them, and I will try to address them. Because this is supposed to be a tutorial stream, a learning stream. That's an ambulance, unfortunately, and that's also ambulances. Great. Okay, so I will need to... Hold on. That's a terrible amount of petrol. Fuck, I'm going to take all this, though. Yeah, of course, it's going to overburden me. Fuck me. Just by a handful. In fact, I'll leave the petrol then. I'm going to take this over to the refinery and grab a couple more bits of BMATs and then go build my own hauler, even though there were like 10 people at the factory, at the garage. Okay. Public BMATs. They win wars, people. You know what? I'll take a little extra, and I'll even take a full tank of D's nuts, because the garage is just right across the street here. And we will help people build vehicles. Please don't run me over. Please don't! Fucking... Whoever's
Thank you, guys.
car that is, we'll grab it. Prototype kits for guns.
I put my bullets on the floor.
I'm currently at Asheville. Ashtown? One of the back lines that begins with Ash. Are you going to come in and help, friendly? Because this will work a lot better if there's two of us. We could double up on getting coal and BMATs and then scrap to the facility if we want to get started. And eventually we'll have to build a construction vehicle and a diesel tanker just to get everything started. Just going to show off what it's going to look like in the beginning of a war, how you can get a factory up quick. Now, I recommend... Awesome, dude. I recommend for anybody watching this who's interested in facilities, do not try to do this solo. Building a solo facility
ready for the next tank.
A waste of
Hey,
your
also, if
time, and
I got arm mats for it.
it's
Here,
just
I
going to
dropped some gang. Was able to pick them up, I think, right? Here, I'll drop some arm mats.
Yeah, I got him over here.
There's some arm mats in the factory. Grab those out if you want to help.
In the factory?
In the garage. Sorry, right here in the garage.
Alright, we're going to help build this tank here.
Should be some right there to grab. Just left click on them. If you press E while in the garage, it'll pull it up.
Hopefully I won't spend the whole stream building other people's vehicles.
It'll be in the garage inventory.
That would be a pain. Oh, did I already run out? Shit.
Yeah, if you split them, I can also help.
This group here, Ox, all together, is probably just once they get.
Once we get this made, I'm gonna put it into the stock, them into our regiment stockpile. Then I'm gonna start making tank shells so we can get an operation going a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm making some stuff for tank shells
Probably
too.
just building a couple tanks and then, or this tank, and then getting out, and then.
Yeah, whenever you finish, look
friendly.
for the stockpile at the seaport called War Crimes and put it in there, because we're gonna run a bunch of tanks later, have some fun. We have a few other vehicles and stuff ready too.
Can't seem to click on him. Weird.
Yeah, I think I have enough
Normally
stuff
you're able
going
to
for like 600
click on
gunpowder right
people
now.
and do
So
stuff. That's
quite a
fine.
lot.
Go.
It's fine. Those are-
Alright. So this needs to go into the War Crime stock, so I'll go bring that over and drop my supplies off in the town here. So here we go. Someone who's gonna help make these tanks for the stockpile, grab these arm mats out of the garage. Grab those arm mats, please.
Invite to squad. There.
Yo, can I bum a hammer off of anybody? I forgot to bring one because I'm an idiot.
Alright, we're gonna grab the R-mats, help build this tank. Once this tank is done, maybe we'll try to sneak our truck in there real quick.
Hello, Doc.
Hey, buddy! Oh, shit. I invited you to a squad, friendly. Let me redo it. After I'm done clicking on this tank.
I just hop in with you. Oh, we need to refine materials?
No, yeah, to help them build their tank.
Yeah, there's some in the garage right now that you can grab.
I grabbed some.
I think
don't
there's
know,
like
that might have been
25.
the last.
Oh, okay. It's fine. We got builders
I
anyway.
just wait.
Friendly, grab
Oh, some basic
120
next.
BMATs, and you can build a fuel tanker, and you can follow me to where we'll build at. That's right.
Alright guys, we ready to get that next tank rolling? Sweet.
Yeah.
Good shit.
Is this for one of you guys?
I don't know.
If not, I need it. I'm trying to build one for a while.
We can build another one next. How many BMS do you have?
I think I've got 100 on me.
Okay, that's enough, yeah.
After we finish this one, I can also drop mine and just go get some.
Gotcha.
What do you want me to build, Doc?
I need you to build a Solon tanker for filling up with diesel.
Okay.
We're building the tanker next, or the
Another hauler
R1?
next. Another hauler next.
Okay.
And then the tanker, please.
Here, you take that out of your.
Alright, here we go.
It's so nice when we have so many people building this. It goes so fast.
I'll bring back some
I
more
got some more.
BMATs to restock once I get this.
I got some more arm mats for the next tank.
Ah, somebody stole my truck.
It's alright, we'll get you a truck, no big deal.
It's fine.
gonna put the arm mats in the
Oh shit, there are only 115 B-mats left.
Yeah, don't worry, I'll get you some more.
There's,
we got you.
I think there's a
We got
ton in the
BMS.
refinery.
We got some right here. You need BMS. There's 60 BMats. Whoever's gonna help me make the next tank, I'm putting them in the vehicle factory. If you can help me make that, that'd be awesome.
Alright, now that I've got my truck, I'm gonna go over and, oh shit, the public B-mats are running out, but I'll grab some. Okay. Shit, I've done a terrible job. Terrible pork job. Okay. There. I've got this locked. No one else can take it. I've got some R mats. I've got some extra B mats. One thing I want to do before I walk over there is fuel up my car.
This place is so full of guys.
Hey, we do good work.
Yep.
Alright, there we go. That's that one's done. Now we'll get ours done, and then I'll be the last tank.
I'm still encumbered. What the fuck?
Yeah, if you got arm mats, you put them in the vehicle factory.
Yeah.
Can I borrow a wrench from somebody?
Don't you want me to put them in here so you can take them?
Yeah, just put them in. Yeah, just put them in the garage, and I'll grab them out.
Fuck, I dropped them. Take them off the ground. Sorry.
Hey, can I build a hauler after this?
Yeah, we can get a hauler done. But someone put a fuel truck down. Alright, whatever. Get the fuel truck done.
Yeah, first mine. This is nice when we're working with so many people.
Yeah, it is
Yep.
really nice.
Friendly, are you getting my squad invites or no?
Oh, sorry, I didn't look at it.
There you go. Now we can talk.
Yeah.
We're not on the same screen. Good. I'm gonna grab this and pull it out. I can't. I'm encumbered.
Here we go.
All right. Drop off your B-mats in there in the garage, and then you can come get in this and fill it up with diesel at the refinery.
I'm ready.
You're full? Full? Got them all?
Yep.
All right. Let me just fuel up your car, and then you're going to follow me to the north. All right, let's go. All right, there we go. First part done, getting a vehicle. Now, you could easily do this with 2 haulers, but we're going to need a bit of diesel to run our power plant. So I think it's going to be helpful to have Friendly Digger in a tanker for that. Especially because he's already got diesel. And we're going to head north because...
Yeah, you're going faster than me.
That's okay. Just take this road to the left. And then follow the right side until we cross the hex.
Okay.
Actually, it's going to be a bit more complicated than that because we're going to have to drive through town here. Let me take a look at my map when we get to the crossroad. Shit. I switched seats instead of... Yeah, go right. And then the road past the facility that heads north is the one we're going to take.
Yeah, I'm full of diesel, so I'm happy.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm going to be filling up with coal and with scroop at some point. All right. We're 1/10 of the way there. My camera might be a little off there. There we go. That's better.
I'm on the other side.
Alright, we're gonna go to the coal field first, so head left.
Gotcha.
Alright, we're gonna fill up this car with coal, and I'll go refine it to get the gravel we need to build our base. And then I'll meet you where we're gonna finally start building.
Yeah, but you got a big hammer.
Yeah, I grabbed one from the starting base that I was at, because they've unlocked this tech. Because it's pre-war, patch war, they're like hyper speed unlocking tech. So it's been live for like 2 days and they're almost done. Alright, inventory full. Let's go dump it.
Oh, it's locked.
Oh shit, okay, hold on. Let me unlock it. There you go. I should have at least changed it to squad locked.
Yeah. Oh, it's almost full, Doc.
Yeah, it's pretty quick to get... Oops. Yeah, it's pretty quick to fill up on coal. Let me go and see if we're good here. Sounds like someone's taking a shower. That's weird. Alright, I reserved a squad. Okay, let me take a look at the map and decide where we're going to build at.
I'm looking with you. Where do you want to be near?
I think I want to go on the road directly between the coal and the scrap field. I put an X on the map.
Let me reload.
Let me see if that's a good spot. It looks clear on the map, but it could be filled with trees or some shit. But I'm gonna go over there now. You can just follow me.
Yes.
No, this will be perfect. It's nice and empty. Alright. Abandon your vehicle here. You can lock it, squad lock it, reserve for squad, and hop in my car.
I'm in.
Alright, let's get this refined. And then we'll come back and start building.
It's between Somerset and Barrenholm. Okay.
Okay, let's try to actually tutorial this a bit. Right now it's been just me and Friendly driving around picking up shit. So, what we're doing is we're getting the supply stockpile that we need to get started on building a facility. You're going to need two major things. You're going to need basic materials, and you're going to need to put those in a construction vehicle. And you're going to need them to build the construction vehicle. And you're going to need gravel. And you get gravel by refining coal. You get basic materials by refining scrap. So we've already got the coal in the truck. We just need to grab some scrap from one of the scrap mines or scrap fields that's nearby. Get a couple BMATs to get started.
It is a bit of a drive.
It is, but it's going to be out of the way. I'm not going to be in anybody's way. This is really just a for fun build, because I don't plan on, playing this war. It's not a real war. It's a patch testing thing. So I'm trying to get some information on how to build and how to use the infantry weapons facility that is new to the new patch, so you can actually make, I'm hoping, rifles and ammo and shit on the front lines.
Yeah.
So if you and I could figure out how to do this, granted I work all the time now, so I won't be able to play much, but at least people can learn by watching the video and see how to do it themselves.
That would be nice, yes.
And again, building and maintaining a factory is not a one-person job. Huge clans will pull together to do this, and it does take a lot of their effort just to make sure it doesn't decay over the course of a war. But knowing the basics from this video should help you to work with.
And then the coal is for a platform.
Yeah, so for starters, we're going to have to build the concrete, or the foundations.
Yes, the foundations. And then
diesel power plant, and then whatever we need from there to get started on the infantry stuff.
A construction vehicle.
Yeah, once we get the coal refined into gravel, next step is going to be to get BMATs from Scroop.
There is a town base nearby, so we can build a vehicle there.
You can build the CV there, exactly. Then it won't take as long to drive it all the way up.
Exactly.
Okay, at the refinery, you shift left click to turn all your coal into gravel. It's going to take 5 minutes. Alright, we've got 5 minutes. Let me see if I can find some nearby scrap on the map. Salvage mine with 2K just around the corner.
Yep.
Perfect. This is going to make a very quick run for us. We won't have to actually go and hit any Scroop with a hammer. We're just going to grab it out of the functioning salvage mine down the road. It's second one? Third one. Second one. Second one. The other two are components, which we don't need right now. This guy's also taking some.
It's a lot quicker than mining it yourself.
Yeah, unfortunately this guy's also taking some, so we're only going to get a few hundred, but it's better than nothing. It'll be more than enough to start with our construction vehicle and some of the basic stuff. Okay, we got screw. We'll turn that into basic materials.
Yeah, it's because I'm in the driver's seat. I can look into the refinery.
Oh, because you're in the passenger seat? Yeah. If you want, you can get out and look, but basically we've got 5 minutes until our gravel is done. BMATs will be done in less. I'm trying to decide if there's anything else we should get. I don't think we need anything yet. Unless you wanted to build another truck so that you don't have to use the tanker.
Yeah, I thought about it.
Alright, let's do that. Give me a sec. I've got 100 BMATs in the car. Let's go build you your own truck.
That's maybe quicker.
Let me get out of people's way here. There's so many vehicles. Alright, come with me.
Sorry? Here's BMATs if you want to output some.
Oh no, I don't need it, thank you. Thank you.
No, okay.
Alright, I just put some BMATs in the garage. I'm hoping you're the one who took them out.
Yeah, I did.
So there's also some dropped on the ground here.
I need 100. I've got them.
The two of
I've
us
got
will build
them.
it together, so.
Right.
Rog, are you building something after this?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Got a truck.
Okay, we'll help you build it.
Thanks for
Thank you guys.
Friendly. Oh, perfect. Never mind.
This one is going ready in no time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, once he's done building his, we'll build yours. We've got more than enough BMATs, I think.
I'll help out. I'll probably have some spare.
Thanks. Oh, you fell down. You're on your belly. There you go.
Wrong button. Yeah, apparently I've got a mouse with a lot of buttons.
To
when I
me-
pressed the wrong one, I fell down. It killed me several times.
Yeah, I
Hello,
feel like
gentlemen.
having...
I come bearing B-mats. I'm gonna put it in the garage stockpile if you need it for any trucks.
Awesome, thanks. I feel like having a button bound to crouch on the ground is not a great way to play this game. You're gonna hit that shit in the middle of a firefight.
Yeah.
Alright, you should load up with diesel from one of these tanks, and then we'll be good to go.
Join that squad.
Okay, I got everything from our initial stuff. It's not a lot, but we can take it to the base that we're building. If you want to get more scrap and turn it into B-mats and then meet me back up there, that might be the best thing.
Well, let's do that. Yeah.
Okay, I will see you later.
All right.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the gravel and B-mats that I have. I'm going to head back to the north. I'm going to go to the town base nearby so that I can build my construction vehicle. And then I'm going to transfer all the materials to that and drive it over to the new base. That will require me to leave behind my truck, but I don't think it's a big deal. If somebody takes it, it's fine. You know, it can happen, but I don't think they will. Trucks are pretty easy to get a hold of when you're not on the front lines anyway. But it does happen that people swipe your vehicles if you leave them alone too long. But then I can get started with actual base construction, talk about the little bits that you need to know about how to put it down, where to put it, what you're looking for. Now there's a ton of different facilities that do a ton of different, you know, things. One of the cool things that Friendly Digger, myself, and Slippy did in one of the wars here was we built a petrol refinery in 2 hours. Right after the new war started, within 120 minutes, we had a working refinery that was turning oil into petrol and then providing that petrol to local facilities that, you know, mines, essentially. The things that we drive by, the little salvage mines, so that we could get components, sulfur, and the like faster. And it just took the three of us 2 hours to get it done, which was pretty damn good. Just because we had it like clockwork, we knew exactly what to do as a team. You know, one person was building while another was getting diesel, another was getting, you know, screw, and B-mats and all that, and so we had it going pretty fucking fast. So that's what Friendly Digger and I are doing here, is taking turns doing different parts to speed things up. Because if you have to do it alone, it's going to take you more than twice as long, because you're constantly task switching, running from here to there, not sure if you're going to have enough B-mats. But if you're building and you're like, I'm going to run out of B-mats soon, you know, your other guy can be out there at the refinery getting shit done more than twice as fast. Like, it's 100% better to have, you know, a team, which is why I said at the beginning, facility building is a team sport. You know, something for regiments to do. Alright, I'm heading directly to the town base, and I'm going to build the construction vehicle and then bring it back to our base site. So I'm definitely going to need lots of B-mats, and then eventually I'll probably need more coal, but we'll worry about that later.
Okay.
So construction vehicles, for those of you who are watching this and don't know, they can only be built at major town bases. So places here like the Pendant is fine, Cinderwick, of course, or this place here, a town base in Baronholm. You can't build them at bunkers like this bunker base over here. Has to be a freestanding location. So I'm gonna hop out of my truck. I'm gonna grab all my stuff. I forgot to refine that coal. Oh well, that's my bad. I should have done that. Hit B, and then under the third item here, there is the construction vehicle. And I'm supposed to have my hammer equipped first before I do that. We're gonna point it in the direction I want to go and hammer it in. Now, I don't know if I remembered to bring diesel, but I can siphon some out of my car. Split it between the two. I can hear my oldest child coughing up a lung in the other room. He's got the pneumonia worse right now than I do. Pretty much everybody else in the house has recovered with over-the-counter medicine, but him and I have not. And he's got it real bad right now. But fortunately, he's getting his antibiotics and steroid for his lungs, so he'll be back to normal pretty soon, I'm hoping. And then it's just hammering, and I've got an auto clicker, something that you definitely should invest in if you plan to do Foxhole logistics of any type. Building cars, hammering screw or components or whatever is a lot easier when you're not clicking constantly over and over and over, or holding the mouse down. And then you can get up, you can go get yourself something to drink or a beer. It's actually running out. However, I have noticed that my auto clicker, I don't know if anyone else's is better, my auto clicker is not good for when you're in a construction vehicle because it's a clicking, not a holding down. And the construction vehicle needs you to hold down the button, otherwise it like releases, so you're not quite clicking. So that is a problem. I can't build a facility and walk away. So I may have to step away to get water. Probably should have thought of that when I started building this construction vehicle. Would have been a smart time to go do that. But hey, you know, we're learning together as we go. We are almost good here. Once this is built, I'll transfer the materials into its inventory. I'm not going to worry about locking it because no one's going to come steal my CV. And I will siphon the fuel out. Now you do that by switching from diesel to petrol. It'll give you the remaining diesel. Actually had some, not enough though. I will load that back in here because, all right, that's half, a little more than half. Oh, and then I got to switch it back to diesel to put the diesel back in. And then I'll grab the other part of a can that I've got in my inventory. And then pour that in here. All right, so that one here is mostly empty. I'm going to leave my sledgehammer in there as well. There we go. I only have 100 BMATs, but I've got 300 gravel. That should be enough to get started. But it's definitely not going to be enough to get this facility up and running. I might not even have enough BMATs to get the power plant, but I'll have enough to get. I have enough gravel to get the power plant to build enough. I forget the word. Not concrete. Fuck it. I gotta look it up. It's under this one here. Foundation. Thank you. Foundation. Building the foundation to put the diesel plant on. And you want to be as efficient as possible when you're building these facilities, because even a foundation is going to cost you upkeep to keep it from decaying. And upkeep is in the form of MSUPs, maintenance supplies. Now you can build maintenance supplies at a facility if you have the right buildings to do so. But most MSUPs... Actually, most MSUPs probably are built at facilities because it's a little more efficient to do it that way. But you can build MSUPs at factories or just regular factories. I don't think you can build them at NPFs, mass production facilities, at factories. But you need those to prevent decay. If you don't have MSUPs in a local bunker base or town hall or whatever, your factory is going to start decaying. Or one of these little maintenance tunnels. So let me see if I can take a peek over here just to show you guys. This is a little baby facility. It's not very efficient. There's a lot of extra space here. But it's going to burn through maintenance supplies in order to keep it all from decaying. It's currently on. It's using 29 supplies per hour to prevent this stuff from decaying. And that includes... Probably does not include this. Not 100% sure if this tent is included, if that decays or not. It might. But these other things, of course, including the foundation. So, the thing is, a 2x2 foundation square costs the same number of MSUPs to maintain as a 1x1 foundation square. So you want to build the bigger ones where possible. Only build the small ones if you have to go around like a tree or a cliff or something where you can't fit a big one, because it isn't quite as efficient. You'll get more space by combining a 2x2, even if it's hanging off the edge, even if you didn't need every inch of it, it's going to cost the same. It only costs 1 MSUP per hour for any size foundation. But that can add up. So you want to try to squeeze as many of your buildings onto as small a foundation as possible. Because you're talking about, if you could save 1 MSUP an hour, that's 24 in a day, and suddenly, over a lot of time, a lot of mistakes. That really adds up. Alright, we're almost where we need to be. Okay. Now, we could put it right next to the road if we really wanted to, but I'm not going to do that right now because I don't know what I want to put right next to the road. But, and you'll notice there's a bit of clipping there because we're going up a hill. We want to start up higher on the hill so that the foundation will extend out and be flat rather than like be unable to build. So let's see here. We've got, it's about the size of the road. 1, 2. Let's see if we could put it about here. Okay. So it costs 150 gravel to build a 2x2. If I hold down my mouse clicker, it doesn't work. Or turn on my mouse clicker, it doesn't work because it's clicking fast rather than holding down. So I gotta hold this down until this is built. And I'm gonna build 2 next to each other. Boom, boom. And then we'll see what we can put on top of it, how much space it takes, and I'll talk about what we need to build in what order, so that we can actually make some use out of this facility, even if we don't get the infantry weapons factory up yet. And I do have to stop in about an hour and a half. Yeah, about an hour and a half, so I can make dinner for my family. And then I'll be back late tonight for the second half of this. Assuming that it doesn't rocket into complete in the next hour and a half. Which would be amazing. But I doubt that. Because of all the effort it takes for 2 people to build a huge mega structure. Boom. Alright. That's half my gravel gone. And you see it automatically snaps. You can snap it, like, partially. I'm trying to get it to snap on this side here, but it isn't doing it. It did here, but not over... Oh, there we go. You can snap it a little side to side, or direct over. Now, we like that. That's what we want. But you certainly can stagger it if you need to. Again, if there's an object in the way, your base isn't going to be a perfect square anywhere you go, especially if you're on the front lines trying to build a factory closer to where the action is. You might not have the luxury of a big flat area of land. You might be building around bunker bases. You might be building around natural terrain. use what you have to get by. But this is going to be good because this will absolutely hold a power plant and have a little space left over that we can then extend onto to build the next part of our facility. But we'll see how much we can squeeze in there. I'll show you about rotating it and looking for the power hookups. Although sometimes I can't tell. Sometimes I look at a blueprint and I'm like, oh, that's where the power's going to hook up, and I'm fucking wrong. You'll get better at it the more you do it. But yeah, it's important to note where your facility's going to connect to your power grid, because you might have very little space to work with on putting down power poles and connecting power lines, and you can deconstruct stuff and get your materials back, but it can be a pain in the ass to deal with that if you don't have to. Alright, I have gotten both of the initial foundations built, and I'm already out of gravel. Okay, the fourth icon here that looks like a little old factory is the facilities tab. Everything's been unlocked except for the infantry arms factory, so we can't get there today, or at least not now, but we can start working on what we need to get there. The first thing we're always going to need, though, is going to be under the power line section, a diesel power plant. You can't run a factory without it. And it looks like, actually, this would have fit very easily on one tiny square of foundation, so we didn't need to build the second one. But you'll notice there's a little arrow. If you look in the middle of the screen, just above where my arm is, you can see the little red arrow. That is for a pipe. If you put a petrol line directly into that, it'll automatically resupply. And if you are building a big facility nearby an oil rig, or just knowing that you're eventually going to have that hookup, a great idea is to think ahead, think about where your pipes are going to be able to fit, where they're going to come in at, because you want this to be automated. You don't want to have to go and manually reload it with diesel all the time. Now tonight, that's not something we're going to be doing. The power hookup for this guy is, it's right here. It's right above the word supply on my screen, right next to the white dot. There's a tube sticking up in the air. That is the power connection. So that's where the power is going to come out of the factory. So I'm going to actually push this toward the back, and I can rotate my camera so you can see kind of how close, why it's turning red. Like it can go right up against it, but not quite over. That's where we're going to drop this thing. And I need 150 BMATs to build it. I only have 100. So I'm going to go ahead and hammer this in as much as I can. Then I'll take a break, get some water, see if Friendly comes back with the BMATs. And if not, I'll go grab my car, grab some screw, and some coal. Actually, probably just fill it up with coal. I need a little bit of both, so we'll try to do half and half. I'll get some screw, some coal. Although, man, a whole truck of 1,500 coal turned into 300 gravel. So the exchange rate on that is pretty rough, 20-1. But you don't need a lot of gravel over the course of your facility. If you're good about keeping things tight together, being efficient, you won't need too many. And you saw how quick it is to refine. Now, the other reason you might need coal, though, is if oil is not available to you. Other teams, big regiments, usually claim the oil fields so that they can turn them into petrol and use it that way. But you can refine coal and water into petrol as well, or oil. Into oil, and then the oil you can refine into petrol. So if you only have access to a coal field, you can make it work. And we've done it before as well. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm just going to refill my water and see if Friendly comes back with the BMATs. Alright, sorry for the AFK. I've got my water. Another thing that comes in very useful when building facilities in Foxhole is beer! That's right, yes. A tasty alcoholic beverage will make the process so much more worthwhile. So we're going to crack that open. Even if it interferes a little bit with my antibiotics. This is the Italian Peroni that I've got. This is the last one. I think. I've got harder liquor in the cabinet. Welcome, Zaster! Hey, friendly. How are the BMATs coming? He may be AFK. Alright. With him being possibly AFK, let me run back to the town hall here and grab my truck. I'll start doing my resource hauling. It's a damn cliff in the way. Both sides of that road are great for a facility. So if you are new, and maybe you and a couple of your friends, or maybe a new Reggie that doesn't really know much about facility building, want to give it a try during the next war, War 119, the update war that's coming out, this might be a good spot for you. Obviously, the resource nodes will change every war. So it might not be coal and scrap. It might be something useless to you. Or really every resource can be used at some point for facility building. Even sulfur can be used to make a artillery factory, which they can save lives too, man. Building 120 mil when needed. Especially closer to the front lines, absolutely. But obviously, before you put down your base, make sure nobody else is there. Don't fuck around with other people, especially large regiments. They don't take kindly to it. They'll just blow up your shit and move on with their life. All right, here is our truck, unmolested, as it were. Oop, let me actually grab my hammer out of that. These salvage mines are not operational. Nobody delivered any diesel or petrol to them. So I'm not going to worry about that. Let's go to the scroop fields and hammer some scroop. Yeah, I definitely... There's a lot of drama and difficulty with building a facility in the first hour of the game. The first 5 hours even. Because big regiments are claiming stuff. They've worked together in Discord to carefully plan which teams get which parts of the map. And you don't want to fuck with the big Reggies. Because, especially as a newer player or a new Logi, you don't really know what's going on. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be inefficient. And they don't have time for that shit. Now, there are logistics-focused regiments that will help teach. They're happy to teach people Logi. We always need Logi. And Logi is usually... again, facilities can be a bit dicey, but beyond facilities, which we're teaching today, Logi is usually the most newbie-friendly people willing to train, willing to be patient with, and help you learn the game. The most common question I see in chat is, can someone teach me Logi? And almost always someone's like, yeah, join this group, join my squad, I'll help you out. I'm getting a lot of research mats today, which I'm not gonna need, but I might take them back just to be kind and try to unlock the next level of facilities. Because we can't do the infantry infantry weapons factory until it gets unlocked. So if it gets unlocked in the next couple hours, great. But I don't know if that's going to be the case. It might not be done today. I'll probably carry the aluminum in my pockets, because then I can fit another stack of scroop in there. Now, is this the most efficient way to get scroop? No. Having a flatbed with a resource container is a far more efficient way. Even having the resource hauler, not the regular hauler that I have here, It'll give you 20 stacks instead of 15. That is a much more efficient way. I'm assuming that if you guys are watching this tutorial to learn about facilities, you already know the logic basics, and how to get VMATs refined quickly. If not, I do have a tutorial on that you can watch in my channel, my YouTube channel. Much shorter. This is, of course, being a full-length live stream. The other one's like a 15, 20 minute thing. All right. Am I full up here? Yes, and I just have enough non-encumbrance here. Let's zip over to the coal fields real quick. Fill that one tiny little stack that I'm waiting on. It's not going to unlock during the pre-patch war? Well, that's stupid. Damn it. That's the whole point of me doing this, was to get a chance to take a look at it. It's fine. I can still talk about facilities and show, like, the basics. Because it is going to take other buildings to be able to produce the materials you need to build the infantry arms factory. So it's not a complete waste. I'm sad to hear that, though. I kind of wish I'd looked that up before starting. I would have done it anyway. Okay. There we go. I've got more than enough coal now. In fact, I'm going to have to drop some. Ooh, shit. It is not that much either. Let me split a stack and then drop it. Oh, see, it says 100%. Oh, wait. That's right. They're changing how encumbrance works. You're no longer going over 100. But... oh, man. Okay, I have to go down quite a bit here. 91. Yeah, that's 100. Okay, 16 coal. That's all I can hold in my pockets. That's fine. Yeah, so you can use a crane to pick up this resource container, put it on the back of a flatbed. That'll give you up to 5,000 of any resources, which would be 50 stacks. But it doesn't work by stacks, it works by numerical. So 5,000 coal would be equivalent to more than 3 of these haulers. So way more efficient. However, getting the flatbed requires RMATs, which you need components for, and they're hard to get early in the game. They're hard to get any time, really, but particularly difficult in the first few hours of the game. If you press tab and hover over your weight icon, you can see exactly how much you're carrying. Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, this is my first hour playing on the new patch. So I don't really know too much about it yet. I did watch a couple of videos. Obviously, watching a video and getting practice with the new rifling and the new stamina is very different. But Friendly, are you still around? Are you napping? What's going on? I feel like he definitely should have VMATs by now. Maybe he went AFK. Oh well, it's fine. Maybe he accidentally hit the U button and doesn't realize that he's turned voice chat off. Yeah, he never did respond to me, but chat's been going crazy, so he probably couldn't. You have to be real tuned in to see it happening. Alright, I mean, it's a short drive. It's not that long. This is definitely doable for a a non-backline facility. And I'm already back in Ashfield, in town. Almost at the refinery, at Ashtown. And it's not a difficult, like, confusing drive either. It's pretty straightforward. Okay. Now, my coal that I brought with me, it's not going to be enough to build shit. But I might as well have it, you know, refine it. Okay. BMATs are going to take 5 minutes. Let's see if there is... Nope. I can get... Nope, no coal there either. How about the scroop field down here? There's some down there. We'll grab some more BMATs while we wait. Gonna need them, you know? Always need BMATs. Not just for facilities, for everything. All BMATs, all the time. Scroop for the scroop gods. I also forgot to take out what was in my pockets. I always do that. I bring it back and I forget to refine it. Ooh, rare metal. That's unusual. I'm good. We're doing okay. It's just going to take a bit of time to get started on this. I need BMATs. I need coal to turn into gravel. But once I get that going, we should be up and running with the basics pretty quickly. Friendly was supposed to be helping me, but he kind of went AWOL. Plop, 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 plop. A couple more. I'm not even going to worry about the extra shit, because I don't want to forget again. That should do it. No, not quite. Actually, you can fit a few more in there. Plus some in the pockets. There, we'll try that. Yeah, good enough. Good enough. I mean, I'm basically just wasting time while BMATs cook. I suppose I should make sure I get a full truck worth before I head back. Don't run over anyone. Alright. Let's leave the rest of that crap there. And we will put the aluminum alloy in the stockpile so that tech builders can...
Hello?
Hey, you're back. How you doing?
Yeah. Is it working again? I lost my sound.
Ah, gotcha. Was it all sound or just mic?
Yeah, I had to reconnect again.
Ah, okay, okay. How's it going?
Is the material factory you're building?
So I started building. I got our two foundations down. I have the diesel plant started, but I ran out of BMATs, so I came back to get more.
Okay, shall I finish the build?
Yeah, absolutely. Did you bring a truck full of BMATs?
Yeah, more than 1,000.
Fantastic. I will be up soon to rejoin you then.
Alright.
Okay. While I'm here, I don't think there's any coal... Oh, there is, but it was empty. Yeah, that coal field has not respawned yet. And there's one over here that does. Maybe I should grab some coal. When you are done building that diesel plant, go ahead and fuel it up with your tanker. And if it can still use more, you can drive back to the refinery and grab a whole nother tanker full of diesel.
Okay.
That was north. I missed my turn off. I'm just going to take this back road. The stationary harvester is full. I'm just going to grab what's in it because it's not running. So I might as well fill it up. Instead of getting out and hammering, just takes me a few seconds. Most people don't mind. If the harvester is not running, you go in and you pull what's in it out and it starts running again. Especially if it's hooked up to a pipeline. Like, that shit is just waiting for someone to touch it. So, yeah, don't feel too ashamed of doing that. If someone comes at you yelling and screaming, then, you know, tell them to fuck off. Be nice to the facilities runners. Alright, we're going to get that turned into gravel. And we'll take as much as we can. Now, I know from the last trip that it's going to take 5 minutes. I don't want to wait around for 5 minutes, but I will if I have to. Okay. 2 minutes for BMATs, 5 minutes for gravel. Alright, I've got 1,000 BMATs. I'm gonna wait till I get at least 1,500 in gravel. That's not, sorry, not 1,500. 150. Because that's at least one more splotch. But, yeah. That'll get me going. I can always send friendly to get more gravel. One fuel container filled with petrol is enough for 250,000 coal. Yeah, that would be 100 petrol, and coal apparently is quite expensive to make into oil and then turn into petrol. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm not surprised to hear that. Yeah, he's using it. I'm gonna gank somebody else's coal. That'd be rude. I should fill up a couple diesel while I'm here grabbing, or just grab more units. And I got 100. Almost there. Beer's already gone. Definitely makes the whole process easier. Alright, I'm almost ready to come back. I've got 1,000 more BMATs. I'm just waiting for some gravel. I want to get at least another 150.
Okay, I'm doing a run for diesel.
Perfect. There's 325 available in the refinery already. Rip the beer. Yep. Okay, almost. 49.50. Oh wait, and I'll grab 3 diesel since I'm here. All right, I'm on my way back. It's nice to see so many people playing on what is essentially just a test realm. Just out there running.
I built a box with some more diesel in it.
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah, I forgot that actually the diesel would need a place to be. So I'm glad he built a storage container. Not a container, but like a little box. Yeah, it's just nice to see people running around doing the, you know, the grunt work. Maybe they're learning as well. Maybe they're doing training, trying to learn the game so that when the next war starts on Monday, 2 days from now, they are better equipped to handle it. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great community, Foxhole. It can get toxic, but almost always the players are friendly, helpful, non-toxic. It does take a lot to devolve into that, you know, that typical online gaming behavior. And usually it's when Reggies fight over, you know, who stole something or who built in a location that they shouldn't have been building, that sort of shit. Feeling pretty good so far. I'm hoping that means tonight's live stream is a go. And if I can't get the Infantry arms factory up, then, you know, maybe I'll do something else tonight. Maybe I'll do the hardcore Minecraft, or maybe I'll do Foxhole, but I'll go up and do, you know, frontline fighting, training, you know, learning about the new changes to encumbrance and rifling and all that. We'll see. The Great Civil War. Yeah, exactly. Reggie's Civil Wars. That's where the toxicity shows up. Sometimes on the front lines, I'll kill somebody and I'll hear, you know, some slurs yelled at me. And, like, calm down, man. It's Foxhole. Like, you're gonna die 100 times for over an inch of snow. You know? Like it's not the game for that. Not that there ever is, but certainly not Foxhole. Usually it's quite pleasant. You know, you'll get people role-playing their death. Ah, you bastard. And I've got clips of people, like, showy, you know, stab each other with bayonets in this dirty, muddy hole. It's great. It's a great game, great community. I highly recommend it to anybody who will listen to me gush about games. Alright, we're almost home. Part 2 of facility tutorial. Now that we've got a ton of BMATs. Okay, I'm going to... Fuck, I forgot again to take Scroop out of my pockets. Fortunately, I actually do need Scroop. Oh, okay. So it's already in there from Friendly's dump off. I'm gonna go ahead and put gravel in there, in case I need it. Okay, put this back. Oh, that should away. Oh, fuck. Okay. Let me Let me refuel all of our trucks a little bit. Especially my hauler is getting low. Okay. So, we've got our diesel power plant. And it needs the diesel in it. And Friendly said he put some in this box. So, we're going to go ahead and... What he should have done was have this thing reload using the same basic... Oh, he did. Never mind. Fuck, I'm an idiot. He did refuel it. I was wondering why there were only 4. That explains it. So he refueled the diesel here. So 1 diesel tanker left us 4 remaining stacks and filled this thing up to max. We can now turn it on if we need to. It'll burn through diesel, produce power. Produces 5 watts. I say watts, but it might not be watts. 5 power units. That needs to then power our other facilities. So let's hop in our construction vehicle and see what we have available. Now, we have all the facilities available except for the Infantry Arms Factory, which is what I fucking wanted. But you'll notice that the Infantry Arms Factory needs some special equipment. It needs construction materials to build, 250. Construction materials are only built at facilities, and they are built from this, the materials factor. 10 scroop, 1 construction material. Or, and here's the other thing I was talking about earlier, you can also use 150 scroop to make 20 M-subs, which you use to maintain your bases, your facilities, your bunkers. Now, I think that we are just shy of being able to squeeze that in there. It's just not going to fit. And it might have fit if I built the power plant a little differently. But because it doesn't fit, we need to build another platform. And I could build it over here, or I could build it over there. Either one doesn't really matter to me. I'm going to put it here. We're going to build it long, and put it right behind the diesel power plant, and then connect the two. And we can start making our own construction materials, which we need a lot of. Is there any other way to get construction materials? No. They have to be built at facilities, at the materials factory. And that kind of prevents people from just fucking up and building them by accident and then realizing they're useless. The facilities are kind of a self-contained little entity. They need world resources to get started and get going and produce stuff. But every building that you construct is built out of materials that are built in the facility. Other than that first diesel power plant and the first materials facility. I think those are the only 2 that use BMATs. I might be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I don't care. I'm fine with it. There is, I noticed on my mini-map, right in front of my cursor, which you can't see because it's behind my my little death count wall, there is a maintenance tunnel nearby. I'm wondering if it covers my whole base. If that's the case, then I don't have to worry about maintaining it. Not that I am going to, because it's going to decay tomorrow or the day after, and I don't care, because the war's only... It is starting Monday, so... Technically power poles too? Facts, thank you. And I will need one of those as well. I would have gotten there and said it. But yes, power poles also use BMATs. Alright, materials fact, you can see it easily fits in now. If we look, you can see that this also has one of those pipeline openings. So if you were planning on having... Not 100% sure what it needs. I'm assuming petrol, but I could be wrong. Eventually in there, that would be something you need to worry about. And the power link up is on this side. Right behind my white dot, there's like a little coil. That's where it needs to link up to power. So we're going to put that on this side because it's going to be close to our power plant. We're going to squeeze it up as close as we can to get every inch out of our foundation. 200 BMATs, and you can build the materials factory. Alright, Friendly, once you're back with a new tank full of diesel, the next thing I'm probably going to need is a bunch of scrap. So that we can run the materials factory. And I think I might hear you. You might be arriving right now.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Perfect. Yeah, just park your tanker next to the power plant, because we'll use that to refuel it. And you can grab either one of the haulers and go bring some scrap back. I was just explaining how we have to make construction materials. Somebody in chat said that the infantry arms factory is not unlocking during this pre-patch, which is unfortunate because I feel like that's some shit that we would need to learn. But apparently it's not.
That was the whole reason you started it.
That's the whole reason I did this. But that's okay. We can do a quick factory tutorial anyway. This alone is helpful to people getting started. Now power poles. I don't know if I need to build them using the construction vehicle or by hand using a hammer.
So I'm running scrap now.
Thank you very much, sir.
For the record, it's scrap for in the factory.
Yes, bring it right back to the factory here, the facility. Yeah, we do not want to refine it. Okay. Build power pole. We're gonna put it here at the corner just because it, looks nicer that way. And that's gonna cost 20 or 25 BMETs. Nope, can only be built with hammer. Gotcha. Let me grab that. Okay. Let me pull my hammer out. Let me plop it down again. Oops. Boom. Alright, 20 BMATs builds a power plant. Thank you, Zaster. On Twitch now. Yeah. Hammer, that works easily. And then connecting it with wires, I think it's free. 100% sure on that one. Okay, a power pole goes up. Boom. Power switch we don't worry about right now. Power line. We connect it from our diesel plant to the pole. Boom. It's done. You can see it hanging there. I don't know if you guys can see it really well on the stream, but it is there. And then we do the same thing from the pole to, there we go, our factory. Now, if we open up our factory, we have two options, turning salvage into construction materials. I'm going to turn that on, but because we don't have any power, it shows up as yellow, so it's not working. We also don't have any salvage in the thing. I'm just going to throw that in there. And I will go get my truck. Shit, I think he took my truck. I think he's got the truck with a little bit of salvage in. I think you took the truck that had all the shit in it.
Yeah, I took the wrong truck.
Sorry, you can bring it back if you need to. Bring whatever script you can get in there, too. Okay.
I'll be right around the corner.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not far. That's why I picked this spot, because the scroop and the coal are really close by. I'm going to load that into the storage box. Yeah, just switch trucks. I already emptied the other one out. You can just jump out and I'll take it from there. Thanks. Alright, this truck here has some scroop, not much. But we could go ahead, right-click it. We could do submit to stockpile. Submit all 100. Now it's got 100. We can make some construction materials. I'm going to hop out and put all of the stuff that I can into this box. And I'll just put the rest into the facility. I think I got 2 more here. Perfect. Almost completely done. Yes, you don't want it to be personal, you want it to be public. It'll default to personal, which is fine, you can get it out yourself, but you want it to go public because then it's going to go directly into the stockpile, and the rest of your teammates can come and grab what they need. You'll also notice that this facility has 4 possible upgrades. We will definitely be using some of those to get the materials we need to build different structures and different items within those structures. But for now, we're going to leave it flat. We have the assembly bay, which can make sandbags, metal beams, and barbed wire. Very useful for the front. If all you do is build this, add the assembly bay, and create sandbags and drop them off, like people will come and take them and use them, and you can contribute to the war effort that way. With a very small facility footprint. Like, you can see how tiny this is. The smelter, you can turn coke, which is the one of the refined versions of coal, into more construction materials. You need construction materials to get going with this, by the way. The metal press creates... this is what you need the pipe input. If you have petrol automatically flowing in and scroop, you make more construction materials. Or you got the forge. This creates these... I believe this is construction materials 1 and 2. I don't know what they're actually called. But you might need these for specific items. So, right now, we don't have anything powered. I just wanted to explain that before going in and powering it on. Let me go ahead and turn on our... Again, I don't think that matters, personal public, but whatever. Turn on our diesel plant. Efficiency full power. You'll notice it's creating 5 and using 2. -2 there. It's starting to suck through diesel, so if I hit the plus button, it'll suck from our tanker. More efficient would be to have one of those 100 liter drums nearby filled with diesel. You can do that if you have a flatbed. Build a tank at a construction yard, fill it with diesel or petrol if you have that option. Bring it back here. Now, this, of course, has upgrades as well. You can turn it into a petrol power plant. That'll create 7 power instead of 5, but it will use petrol, which is more difficult to get usually. Or coal. We have coal nearby. We could drop coal off. It'll create power using coal. Not typically useful unless you work at a coal field. But now that that's running, I also have this turned on. You'll see smoke coming out of both of them. That is a clear sign that everything's working. We've already turned 30 salvage into 2 construction materials and 1 that's on the way. And friendly's on his way back. Let me move out of your way. You can drop the salvage directly into the materials factory. Okay, he's got 60 there. Hopefully he knows to right-click and submit all. He did. Now we've got 1.4 thousand. That will run constantly, producing the construction materials we need for upgrades or new base structures. So, that's the basics of a most bare-bones facility in Foxhole. You need power, and you need a materials factory to produce construction materials, or MSUPs, so that you don't run out of, and have your base start decaying. Actually, on that note, the maintenance tunnel is this way. That's right here in the grass. That's definitely covering at least a portion of my base. Yeah, they've set it for 100 meters. Oh, but it doesn't have any MSUPs. Okay. Let's not worry about it now. Brand new facilities take a while before they start decaying. I don't know if it's 24 hours, more or less. But yeah, so we don't have to worry about it right away, but that's something we'll want to do if we want to keep it running overnight. Okay, other things we can build. Metalworks. We could turn components into processed construction materials. PC mats. We don't necessarily need those. I believe there are upgrades for this as well that can let it do other things. We also need it for pipes. Pipes, of course, we need to automatically funnel diesel into, or not diesel, petrol into our base. Or if you are running an oil refinery, to run oil into the petrol refineries and then petrol out of them. Ammunition factory. Now, while you might be thinking, ooh, that means rifle bullets, it does not. That is for, although you can see like one of the things there, is a mine, the handheld deployable mines that blow up tanks, anti-tank mines. But there are other things there, including naval mines or napalm, and I believe you can change the ammunition factory to do artillery, so you can do 120 mil and 150 mil. Very useful structure if you have the means and resources to run it. Small assembly stations allow you to modify small vehicles, motorcycles, trucks. You can build locomotives, the little trains that you need on the tracks for harvesting resources and other minor things. You can change your flatbeds and container things, fire engines. You've got large assembly stations. These modify large or build large locomotives and infantry cars and stuff. And also you can modify by adding upgrades to these to specialize them. Dry dock, if you're near the ocean and want to build ships, this is what you need. This, I will caution you, is a big Reggie thing. You need a lot of players in order to do this shit and do it right. So this is like late. This tutorial is not enough for you to understand how to do that shit. And we got other stuff. Field modification centers is a field garage. I'm not even sure really what that does. You've got coal refineries, turning coal into coke, which I mentioned earlier you need for some other things. The oil refinery, which turns oil into petrol. Crate transfer station is new for storing crates of equipment manufactured at nearby factories. You may need this in conjunction with the infantry arms factory. You might not. It might simply be an easier way to transfer large numbers using storage containers instead of driving a 15 container truck. Resource transfer stations, material transfer stations, liquid transfer stations, these are all for, moving lots of materials to and from your base. Pipelines, same thing here. I've talked about those before a little bit. You can build pipelines underground or overhead. You can put valves on so that, certain amounts of petrol go this way, but more go that way. Fuel silo so that it stores it so that you don't immediately shut down as soon as your factory stops working. You'll get a little bit of a buffer. Catwalks to help you walk over things in case you get a really complicated base. And then the foreman stacker and the overseer skyhauler are for moving crates long distances, storage containers, resource containers, whatever. And you need these if your base is far away and a simple crane is not doing it for you. And then this last thing here, the rocket platform, forget it. I'm not even going to talk about that shit. Alright, I was just telling people how all the different base parts work, and how what we've got here essentially is the base of that, the minimum that you could do with a factory.
I follow the stream on my left oar.
Perfect.
Yeah, and the rest on the right ear.
Alright, now we've got almost 3,000 salvage being turned into construction materials. I think we might upgrade this into... a forge is going to be tough because we need petrol or coke in order to use it. Let's see what else we can build, though.
And we need construction materials, I think.
Yeah, we need lots of construction materials. All of these require shit that we don't currently have access to, really. Like petrol. We could try to build pipes and then sneak some petrol off from somebody else. Or even build a coal processing plant that turns it into oil. But I don't think we're going to get there today. But let's I'll do the artillery factory, the ammunition factory. That'll be good.
Okay, and a maintenance tunnel? You make a maintenance tunnel?
There's one nearby already. Somebody has one over here to support the train, the railroad. So it's covering our base. I just need MSUPs, which I can make here. Can you start harvesting coal? We're going to need more gravel for more base.
Can I have your big hammer then?
Yeah, I think I might have put one. Hold on, let me get you. Yep, there you go.
Thank you.
Alright. This metalworks factory, you'll notice, is a pretty big. It'll fit in about the same amount of space, actually, that the first thing we built was. Ooh, did not want to do that. That the materials factory. So, if we build out here, we should have more than enough space to squeeze it in together. And I don't have any gravel in here. Fuck. It must be in my... in here. Nope. In my truck? No. Did I put it somewhere else? Shit. Where did I put my fucking gravel? Did I use it on this? I did. I'm an idiot. Never mind. I did already use it. Dumb shit. Okay, yeah, so we're not going to be able to build this here. It's just too long. So I'm going to need more gravel. So I think I'm going to, I'm going to join, I'm going to join Friendly getting gravel. Yeah, I used it all. Silly me. Before I leave, let's make sure we've got plenty of screw. Let's refuel the diesel, even though it only used this much. So we're well on our way there. That'll be fine. Okay. Now, when I chose this spot, I did so because I knew nobody would be here, and nobody would give a shit if we did it. However, this coal field is completely empty. Like, they don't even have the...
Yeah, you need more gravel.
Yeah, I'm all out. I was just talking about how this coal field is actually completely unclaimed. Like, there's a train riding up here, but nobody built any of the processors or nothing. So we could have built our base right up next to it and used it for power or turning it into petrol. But yeah, that would be quite an undertaking for a short stream.
Yeah, but it's close.
I mean, it is close enough that we could still do it. It's not impossible. Maybe if I do another one of these tonight, I'll do that. I'll build a power line from our base over here, and I'll build like a little sub base. There we go. Auto clicker engaged.
So take my car, it's full of coal, and I fill up the other one.
Sounds good. Let me switch. Gotta turn off my auto clicker. I hit the wrong button. This one's half full already anyway. It's so fast to harvest coal. Alright, with Friendly and I running our trucks back, we'll have another 600 gravel very quickly, and we can bring it back and extend the base quite a bit. Yeah, it is pre-patch war, nobody gives a shit, you're absolutely right. I should have even been considerate of other people's bases, because nobody's gonna care. And it's not even, like, that coal field is pretty close to the scrap field anyway. I could have just put it right next to it, built the processors. It'll be fine. I may do that anyway. Like, all we've got on the other base is a diesel plant and a materials factory, so it's just producing the construction materials, the CMATs for us. I could use them at the new base without even needing to do that. We'll see. Oop, wrong way, wrong way. Wrong turn. Gotta go this way. Somebody damaged all these construction vehicles. I don't know if a Warden Partisan came in to do that or what. Kind of a dick move in a non-real war. Like, let people do their shit. Well, I guess if you're practicing being a partisan, that makes sense, though. I just don't think that's what happened. I do not have much time left. Another 40 minutes, and then I'm going to go start working on dinner. Still a war, yeah. Still gonna have people shooting at each other. There's those sweet components that everybody loves. For building tanks and concrete and advanced shit. And because it is a pre-patch war and nobody's really that try-harding about it, it is going to be a lot easier to get components, which makes it a lot easier to get my own flatbeds and stuff. So you could definitely do this more efficiently. This is more a tutorial for somebody brand new at it who may come in like day one, hour one of the war and want to mess around with it. But there are definitely ways that we could be more effective, more efficient. I just am not doing them right now. Let's make sure, yep, my pockets are clean this time. That'll be enough for me to build the next section. 150 gravel is all I need. Trying to decide if I want anything else. I don't know. I'll head back. I'll build a little bit more before I have to log off. But definitely getting a flatbed with a container full of petrol or diesel for the power plant would be good. That way it'll last a lot longer. You can bring the whole thing back. I'm sure somebody has a running petrol plant near an oil field that is open. Should have maybe grabbed another hammer. See if there's one in this person's bunker. I said hammer, but I meant sledgehammer. So then I could harvest the components a little bit on my way back. Only need, I think it's 10 for 1, or is it 20 for 1 on components? I cannot remember. I think it's 20 for 1. So I would need 300 components to get one flatbed at 15 RMATs. Yeah, 20 to 1.
Oh, I'm on the refinery now.
Oh, okay. I'm heading back. I just picked up 150 more gravel, and I'm letting the rest cook.
Oh, okay. I'm just cooking the gravel too.
I'm gonna get that ammunition factory built as soon as I can. So, I mean, you've seen how quickly Friendly Digger and I were able to get something up and running, and you know, not next to a coal field, which would have been more efficient, not next to a scrap field, which would have been more efficient. Yeah, 30 RMATs. So actually, it's 600. God damn it! I thought it was 15. I don't know what's wrong with me. My head is not where it should be. Yeah, so 600 components to get one flatbed at 30 RMATs. And in the early war, some people do that by finding wreckage around the map and harvesting that, because you can get a lot of RMATs quickly. But finding it is difficult. You just see it on the side of the road while you're driving, if you're lucky. So yeah, flatbed. that's what every solo Logi player needs eventually, because then you can move a big container of fuel. You can move crates that carry 5,000 scrap or 5,000 components instead of a simple truck that carries 1,500. And ultimately, you can move big amounts of supply crates to the front lines, to a storage depot near the front lines using storage containers, which I believe I talked about in my basic Logi tutorial. Alright, we're back with more materials. Let me just take all the gravel and all of the B-mats out. Oh, it's Aster! He's here from the stream. We don't have a, oh, you brought the crane. Never mind. Let's say we don't have a crane, but you got one there. Perfect. Let me back this up. Full of scrap for the facility. Oh my god, I'm going downhill and I can't slow down. Fuck. I had to jump out to stop it moving. Okay. Let's build the next section here. And we'll plop that guy down. There we go. Out of curiosity, if you look under the crossed hammers here, you can get the oil well and the stationary harvesters for salvage, components, and coal, and also, of course, sulfur. So if you wanted to put a stationary harvester down, it needs construction materials. So you can't actually build those next to coal fields, scrap fields, whatever, until you've got a working facility building these construction materials for you. So that's something that, it takes a while to get going. And I think the oil well is the same number. No, it's only 35. So an oil well's much quicker. That's why we were able to get it up and running in 2 hours. But if we want to do an automatic harvesting of the coal at the coal fields, we're going to want to, harvest it there, run it through a facility that turns the coal plus water into... I don't want to say something that's wrong. It's coal refinery turns into coke, oil refinery, create transfer. Might be under the coal refinery that has the modification to change that. I'm gonna check it out. Not this time, but I will try to build a facility near the coal field later tonight to remind myself how to do it. And, teach you guys if I do that. So I think that's probably what I'll wind up doing. I'm really hyped for the new changes, the new infantry update, the new infantry arms factory, coal refinery, and you add the coal liquefier upgrade. Yeah. The only problem with that is actually there is water, but it is a long way away. We'd have to pipe that fucking water all the way over here. But I imagine that... Oh, actually, I'm not sure. Well, there's no intel near those other two coal fields. I imagine somebody's got one up and running there. And I mean, this late in the game, I can always borrow stuff from other facilities. There will be public coal facilities making petrol. You know what I mean? Like, we can go get petrol to help us get started with that. All right, with the remaining tiny amounts of gravel that I have, I'm going to slap down... see, this is where we're talking about areas obstructed because of the railway, I think. I don't think it's me. So if I do a smaller one, I could put a small foundation, a little 2x2. I'm just going to put a little extra space there And that takes a little bit less gravel. It doesn't take 150, but the M sub cost is the same. So keeping it from decaying costs the same as a big slab. I'm mainly doing this so that I can park my construction vehicle there and not have it roll down the hill. It doesn't even need to be fully completed to do that, but it's fine. There. Also, if it's blue, it won't cost any of the upkeep. But you know, you can't build everything on it. Okay, construction vehicles there. Now I will throw down the metalworks factory. Now maybe I would want to squeeze it in there, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to plop it down. If I can fit it over here somewhere. Alright, first let's find out where the power hookup is. It's on this side. You can see that little thing above the garage door there. Area obstructed, must be on foundations. Gonna be a bit of a bitch to get in there. I think it can. I gotta be like perfectly angled. Maybe not. I might actually need another thing in front of it. Certainly to get it in there is tight. Yeah, it's just a little bit hanging over or touching my facility here. Yeah, it's gonna be a bitch, isn't it? All right, I'll wait for Friendly to bring it back some more gravel. Because it just isn't gonna fit in that area. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. That was the wrong facility.
I'm on my way.
I was clicking on the metalworks factory. I don't actually care about that one. Although it would be nice to get pipes. The ammunition factory is a lot smaller. I can squeeze that in. Alright, where's the power hookup on this baby? Actually, don't know. It might be that window? Oh no, it's on this side. It's this right below my white dot right now is where the power hookup is on that guy. So it's kind of on the weird angle side. Okay, let me squeeze it right there. As close to the edge as I can. Oh shit, this is going to require construction materials, isn't it? Okay, so that's where I'm going to put it. Let's grab the materials I need from the materials factory. We have 77 already. I'll go ahead and grab all of them and then plop down that ammunition factory again with the power hookup on this side. There. Come on, get close enough. Oh no! It needs PC mats? Motherfucker, it does. Okay. Look at the bottom. It requires 25 process construction materials. Which, guess what? I need the metalworks factory for. See? It's just little things. I keep forgetting. Okay, so we do need the metalworks factory, which means we do need more gravel. We're going to put some here, and then we can squeeze it in the back there. Friendly's on his way back with more gravel. I hear him. I think that might be him. Coming up now. Yes, he's here. Ah, you're just in time, buddy. Let me come get that gravel. Alright, hopefully this is enough to get this metalworks factory on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna dump the rest.
Sounds good. I'm going to have to move some shit that I don't need into these buildings. There. Okay. Let's construct this here. I will find a way to squeeze that son of a bitch in there. And I actually might have a good use for that tiny little piece that I built up there. I believe I have enough to build both this and that without anybody getting more gravel. Who are you barking at? Dog's barking at God knows what. Okay, now I could try to squeeze the metalworks factory as far forward as I could to get the most out of the existing foundation, but I want to leave an open area in between that I can walk through and also put power lines through, because I'm going to have to run power lines over and then up to get it to connect. It doesn't have to waste a lot of space. I just want, you know, as much space as I can squeeze in there. So the power hookup for this guy's on this side. I could probably fit it like right. Oh, I was flashing. This looks like as close as I can. Touching this way. There. All right. Okay, we will need to grab a few more construction materials to finish this. But you can see that we've got a little walkway in between. If I put a power line here, I could connect it. And then I could probably put a power line over here, and then, you know, eventually get power to this side of the base as well. Shh! Let the dog out. Alex, you're home. Does your friend's dad need to talk to me or anything? Or... Okay. Welcome home, buddy. Children's. No, power poles don't need foundations, but I like to have... thanks. Turn the lights off on me. They don't need foundations, but I like to put them on it, or close to them as possible. So yeah, I could put it here on the grass. The thing is, if I put a power pole in the grass and later decide I want to put a foundation there, it's going to be in the way and I'll have to deconstruct it. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. Alright, let's get our materials factory. Grab the next 24. I think I will need more than that. Yeah, I still need another 23, 24 in addition to what I've got now, but I can build some other structures while waiting for that. We're getting there, but apparently I'm going to need a shit ton more gravel to do anything amazing. But at least we can get this.
Okay, I do a gravel run then.
Yeah, go for it, man. Keep doing those gravel runs, I guess. Alright, what do I got in here? Oh, just shy. If I had one more gravel, if I hadn't wasted it on that tiny strip, I could build another piece. Let me go finish that piece up, though, because I'm pretty sure I can squeeze the ammunition factory into there. Where it might be tough to fit it here. I'm positive I can get it there. Okay. All right, while that is cooking up the rest of our construction materials, I got 8. I need about 23, I believe. Let me see if I can get our power pole squeezed squeezed in like right. Oops, sorry, forgot to put my hammer. Right at the edge here. I'm hoping that when I go to build, if I go to build, I don't know if I really need to. That I can build a 2x2 foundation here. But honestly, I don't think I will need to. It could be a good place to just park vehicles or drive up, you know, to move stuff. So, not necessarily something I desperately need. Alright, power pole going up. Connect wire to the other one. Perfect. Easy peasy. Hop back in our CV. Okay, we've got 14. Out of construction materials. Only 8 more to go. Okay. And look, we've got now 6.8 thousand salvage available, thanks to Zaster dropping off 5k for us. We can upgrade these things with CMATs. This is the cheapest one, metal press. But until we have a reliable source of petrol, probably not the best. This one here requires coke. This is maybe more useful to us because of the proximity of the coal factory. Or coal... Hey, you're here. What do you got? Hey, gravel. Perfect. Awesome. Thank you. Lots of gravel. Holy cow. So Zaster just dropped off a ton of gravel, so I've got lots of it now. So really, I think you could do whatever the hell you want at this point. We've got lots of scrap, lots of gravel. We're just waiting for the materials factory to produce construction materials for us.
Ah, okay.
Could you come to the facility and set an order of construction materials? Yeah. There can be up to 5 orders running at the same time.
Will that use additional power?
No.
There we go. Alright, Metalworks factory is up and running.
Where should I put the goal?
Okay, so the Metalworks factory is up and running. That will require 5 power, so I will need a second diesel plant, but I can work on that. We've got everything we need for that. But it also requires components to make the process construction materials. Since you've got our sledgehammer friendly, what I now need is a lot of components. Ugh.
Okay.
The worst part.
Yeah.
We could also use them to then make pipes if we eventually need to, but I don't think we're going to do that. Not in this playthrough. I'm going to work on a second diesel plant.
Okay.
Okay. That is a perfectly good thing to put here next to the first one. Please tell me. Too far. Area obstructed. Yeah, unfortunately.
On the top left, the public.
One of these
Then
things.
make one, turn on the top thing.
It is the power pole.
Yeah, like that.
Dick. Alright. Let me see if I can deconstruct
Happy?
it.
Yes.
Okay.
Now we get even more.
Demolish. I'll grab my BMATs back. I'll put that power pole up once I get the... Yeah. Yep, see, that's exactly what I was talking about. If the power pole's in the way, even if it looked like it was on the other foundation, it was hanging off just a little bit, I couldn't build this one. So I'd rather have this one here because I'm going to put a second power plant right there, and we'll get all the fucking power thinking I've done correctly.
The rest of the gravel I put in the material factory.
Awesome, thank you. Now I could have also upgraded this diesel plant to a petrol plant. That would produce 7 if we had a reliable source of petrol. And that would be 2 for the materials factory and 5 for the ammunition factory. Also, metalworks factory. Also possible that I could turn one off and turn the other one on. You don't have to be running both at the same time. Again, if you need construction materials and you need process construction materials, which you do to make the process construction materials, then you're going to be switching one off for the other, and it's going to just take you twice as long. So ideally, you want to have enough power to run both at the same time. And we're going to go ahead and squeeze this as far to the edge here as possible, leaving us that little section in the middle that we can run our power lines through. Now, of course, running 2 diesel factories would produce 10. We only need 7. So one of them will be maxed out and be using all the diesel that it gets. The other one will be slowed down. Actually, they may balance it so that both are running at like 80%. But it's going to take a lot more diesel than we've been using. So we're going to need constantly supplying diesel until, in an ideal world, you have a pipeline delivering petrol. You could have a pipeline delivering diesel connected to a liquid transfer station, and then you take your huge 100-liter tub, you drop it. It's not 100 liters because each of the container 100 stack tub. Drop it in the liquid transfer station, unload it. It runs through the pipes into your plants. They run constantly as long as there's fuel available. So if you don't think you can get petrol, or you know that it's going to be, or eventually you can replace it with petrol, that's another way to go that can keep you from having to manually drive fuel over and over and over and hit the reload button on it over and over and over. Okay, now that... I think I actually need... See? I don't need that many VMATs. I guess I'll put some of the diesel power plant I just built. It's fine. Now that I've got that one running, or available, it's not running yet, I will build a power line here. Did I turn this the correct direction? I guess I did. Good. Come on. Get in there, you bastard. Another thing I could do, and this is an option, instead of connecting all the power lines together, I could connect the second diesel plant here just to the metalworks factory. So when this has fuel and is running, it powers this. If this one shuts down, the other one isn't affected. Let's take a look quickly at the upgrades. One of the upgrades is not available right now. It's the engineering station. Manual process of delicate materials. It produces what looks like steel I-beams and another one of those assembly materials. We also have the recycler. This is great for turning broken components into working components. Big Reggies will take over a component field, put down those component miners, and set them to harvest broken components. Broken components will always harvest, even when the component field is at 0 if it's empty. But they're useless unless you have this recycler and you load them into the recycler then spits out components, and then you can use them for whatever you need. And then, of course, we've got this here, a blast furnace. This uses heavy oil, coal to produce, or coke to produce some additional items, including what looks like refining those rare materials into the stuff you need to build ships or nukes. High-level shit. You will definitely want to learn it at some point if you continue down facilities long-term. But in the short term, none of these are useful to me, so I'm not going to worry about upgrading that. And they do require construction, and this one requires 200 processed construction materials, so expensive AF. This one's 150. We need construction materials and components to make processed construction materials. It's no point in turning on that diesel facility because this is not going to be working. We do have 50 CMATs available. Let's make sure that these get the diesel they need. Okay. It's busy refueling something else, I know. How much has it got left? Ah, I can't even look at it. Fuck. Oh, it's locked. Oh no! I think Friendly locked this, but not Squad locked it. It's okay. Now that it's done, I can fuel it in here. I just don't know how much is available in the tanker right now. I think it's full. I think he came back with it, so it's probably full. I can also grab them, put them in my hand, and reload them manually the same way you do with car. And this is how we were able to run a petrol refinery plant without pumps. We would load oil in like this at first, and then we had a tanker transferring back and forth. Squad locks wear off after 30 minutes of no one driving them. Okay, that could be too. Could be another reason. We should bring a wrench here just in case, but it's fine. We're not doing this long term. This is a show it and blow it type situation. Okay. Already almost full on diesel. I've got 7 minutes left. I'll probably wrap up early then. So there you have it. Let me grab my truck. Now that these are running, I could, of course, use the construction vehicle to move shit around like that, but that's not terribly useful. Shit, we got a bunch of coal here. Let's grab the 60 construction materials we built. I'm going to switch over quick, just for a little bit, produce maintenance supplies, just to see how much our tiny little base and some railroad is costing in M-subs. We're going to go ahead and submit the construction materials to the Metalworks factory. It did say when we were building this how many it needed. I can't remember now, and it doesn't tell you until you actually turn it the fuck on. Actually, it doesn't even tell me now. It's weird. Like, it should show me how much it's producing, but fuck it doesn't. Let's dump some more resources. We got tons of resources now. We're loaded. Alright. Here's 20 maintenance supplies. I'll drive them from here down the cliff to the maintenance tunnel. Submit them to the stockpile. Okay, now that it's on, it's telling us there are 27 nearby structures using 34 supplies per hour. So that 20 maintenance supplies is going to evaporate in less than an hour. It will prevent the decay for that time, so that's helpful even on a short-term basis. And it may actually not require any for a while, because new buildings don't start to decay for a couple hours. I don't know if it's 8 or 24, I can't quite remember. Things in the middle are only for private use. Wiggle back up there. Oh, okay. So if I have it set to private, it'll tell me how much? No? I don't know. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I'll grab 40 more M-subs. I'll walk them down there because, frankly, need a truck for that. They are heavy, actually. It is a lot. So if I hold... Yeah, Alt, or sorry, Control. Actually, I don't even need it in this screen. Just hover over the word weight. It's telling me that I'm holding 1,650 out of a maximum 550. Maintenance supplies are heavy. They're meant for trucks. I'm going to go ahead and drop the rest of these in here, and then I'm going to log off, make dinner, come back later tonight. Let me tell Friendly. All right, Friendly, I'm wrapping up the stream because I got to go make dinner. You feel free to do whatever the hell you want with this thing. Have fun with it. If you just want to say you're done and log off, that's totally fine too. If you want to build new buildings, if you want to build a coal mine, go nuts, man.
Okay, now I was running for components, but I was just to support your stream.
Yeah, if you want to bring components as like the last thing you do, bring them over here to the Metalworks factory. That'll be great. Because if I do decide to do a second part tonight, I will need them, and that'll be good to have.
I make sure there is a truck full.
Perfect. Have a good one, man. Thank you also, Zaster. I appreciate it. Okay, so this thing here, I'm going to switch it from MSUPs back to construction materials, because we'll need a lot of those. And that's it. That's like the real high-level basics of facilities building. What we were able to accomplish with just, 2 additional people helping in, 2.5 hours, roughly, is 2 plants and 2 factories that are basically ready to go. We just need components for this. And we're not even next to a coal mine or anything. I would recommend building on a coal field or a salvage field. If you're a Reggie, of course, you can build on something better. Or at least a little bit closer so that you can harvest really quickly when you do that stuff. For coal, for the starting part, you have to drive it back to a refinery to get that gravel to build your initial foundations. But eventually, you can automate, or close to automate, moving the coal into a facility that's going to be able to turn it into something you need. Coke, petrol are needed for so many things in a later game facility. And like, let's just talk about, for example, over here, the Metalworks factory, the blast furnace or engineering station. Both of these require coke, heavy oil, water, other things. The recycler can use heavy oil to make PC mats out of metal beams. You can get certain assembly materials. All that stuff is going to require a little bit more than what we've got here. But this facility alone will make processed construction materials, and when we use our construction vehicle to build the ammunition factory, just take a peek in that, which is this guy, we don't need oil or coal. We need heavy explosive materials, so sulfur, which you have to refine at a refinery in Big Brack, but we can then make ammunition, make stuff out of it that can be useful for front lines. And we talked earlier, like the easiest thing you could do that is useful for the front lines is, actually I think it's an upgrade. Yeah, I think it's an upgrade on this building here. Yeah, one of these guys. The assembly bay. Turns scrap into sandbags, barbed wire. You need that at frontline bunkers all the time. All the time. You bring a pallet of that to the front, people scream your name. They're very excited to see it. And that's pretty cheap. That only requires BMATs to upgrade. You don't even need construction materials. You can get that going without building a single construction material. And it actually makes construction materials in addition to those other things. So you might want to plop that down before you even get started, because at least you can do both at once. Smelter, if you have access to coal, better at getting construction materials. And same thing with metal press. If you have access to petrol, better at getting construction materials. Alright, that is it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you to Zaster for helping build shit. I'm going to log out now, and maybe we'll be back tonight with a little more facility building, or maybe we'll do something else. Depends if people want to see more of this. That's it. I'll see you next time!
Thanks for watching Doctor Zombie.